Welcome back, everybody, to the Mega Man Dr. Wily's Revenge playthrough. This is part 2, and we are going to be taking on the Iceman. Yes. Oh, that timed it pretty well. Yeah, not the X-Man, Iceman, or any sort of Iceman that you can think of as a nickname for any sports athlete. This is sort of like an Eskimo Iceman. Yeah. So as you can see, Iceman's stage is what a surprise, a snowy type of stage. The ground is covered with snow and ice, and you will slip and slide all over the place, which is not really so much fun, to be honest. Yeah. And there are a bunch of these grinny helicopter guys that I just don't much care for. Oh, God, yeah, sort of messed up there with the slippy slidiness. It's like a slip and slide, but it's just not so much fun. I used to love slip and slides. Okay, anyway. Enough memories and awkward moments, okay? So now I just sort of, I didn't really know what was going on there. I just sort of, oh no! No, get away from me, you little freak of nature. What the? Yeah, that wasn't really so great. I was kind of nervous about these ice platforms. I didn't really know why. Oh, yeah, and then I figured out what their deal was. They have a tendency to melt away the longer you stand on them. And I don't really need that because that specifically, I know I didn't really mention this before, but the circular things like that will actually replenish your HP. And these sort of squarish looking ones, or the rectangular looking ones, will actually replenish any energy that you use from the Robot Master's power-ups, but it won't actually replenish anything else like your normal Buster Cannon, what I call it. No! Okay, we had a fail jump there. No big deal. Time skippery will definitely help with that. Ow. So yeah, those things will heal the power-ups. Actually, in this game, it's called the Plasma Cannon, which is kind of weird, but, you know, it's sort of old school, so I think that's what it was called. Don't really know where I got Buster Cannon from. If anybody knows what game that's from, go ahead and comment. Oh, this part's a little tricky. Yeah, there's a bunch of spiky icicles that will come down and sort of block your way. And I realized, yeah, I'm not going to be able to get through this, am I? Nope. Okay, gotta go back a screen and go back up. Alright. Easy enough. Now, obviously, the bits that don't have ice on them, you will not slip and slide around! And sorta, yeah, kinda, no, just that didn't happen, okay? We're gonna pretend that didn't happen, we're gonna move on, we're gonna time skip. I got a 1-up. Look at that, I got 3 lives now. Alright, good. This part is just as tricky. Why? Well, I'm just gonna show that in a second here. Yeah, sorta. This comes down, and then that comes down. Oh, there comes another one! Oh, yeah, they stack on top of each other, and yeah, for some reason, I didn't really figure it out the last time. You can't destroy these things. So, yeah, I think, you know, I was kind of going in my mind, yeah, I gotta be a little bit fast here. Let me jump, and then sort of, oh, I can't jump that high. Oh, looks like I gotta go back a screen and try again. Okay. Then I realized, oh, man, I have to be super fast about this. Yeah, this is getting kind of crazy. Okay, go really fast. Here we go. I'm pretty sure that these things will instant kill you if they drop down on you. Oh, but I'm not really 100% sure it didn't actually happen. Oh, not this guy again. Yeah, I'm just gonna evade this guy. I don't want any part of him. Yeah, no, certainly not. Especially not the unmentionable parts, but we're not gonna get into that. Not this guy, the little motorcycle shielding guy. I mean, he looks like a motorcycle guy with a motorcycle helmet. And, yeah, you can only shoot him when he's shooting at you! And what is it with these things? I didn't really mention it before. I meant to mention it the first time they came up. These little things look like they're sprouting up pieces of bacon. What is with that? Like little bacon machines here. And with this one specifically, you can sit there and spam the bacons as they come out. But it doesn't really help much if you can't really destroy the base. Look at it. It looks like bacon's like just squiggling out as they come out. Okay, we are already up to Iceman. Wow, that was quick. Within 5 minutes, finishing that off. Now, Iceman's weakness is actually Elecman's power-up. The Thunder Cannon, was it? Look at that! Look at how much damage that's doing. You think that's his weakness? You think that'd be his weakness? With every single hit, it takes out 1/3 of his health? Yeah, you know... just unbelievable. That has got to be one of the most insane weaknesses. And just like that, within seconds, defeating Iceman and getting his Ice Slasher. Didn't even get his pattern down. I didn't even know what he does, you know. Maybe he taunts you, you know. Maybe he teabags you when you die. No, okay, we're not going to get into all that. Alright, so we're going to move on, since we have plenty of time. We're going to move on to Fireman. And Fireman's weakness, unsurprisingly, is Iceman's power-up. The, Ice Slasher. Yeah, that was it, Ice Slasher. Okay. So yeah, we are now in Fireman's stage. Out of the refrigerator and into the fiery, stovey, oven type of thing. Whatever you want to... Okay, anyway. You know, the odd thing is because, you know, I mean, this is the Game Boy, you know, it's all black and white, and... I mean, I do remember saying that, you know, the sky on the Electman stage sort of made me think, you know, it looks like a blue sky, but these fire things on the bottom, they just don't look like lava at all. And here we got a bunch of sunglass-wearing reverse potaboos, I want to call them, because they drop down. I mean, they drop from the ceiling and go down instead of potaboos, which actually rise up from the lava, yeah. Although now that I think about it, there are some potaboos that actually jump from the top. I believe that was in the Lost Levels. Ah, jeez. Yeah, I don't really want anything to do with those fire pillars or these ugly, gritty helicopter heads. Yeah, no, not so much. Alrighty. So, yeah, I could swear that there was something I was going to mention, but instead, since I can't really figure it out, I'm going to go ahead and just read off a little bit of information. This game came out in 1991, December 1991 for North America. In Japan on July 26, 1991. It's the first game in the handheld sub-series of the Mega Man franchise, developed by Capcom for the Game Boy, of course. The game follows the adventures of Mega Man as he confronts the evil Dr. Wily and his newly revived Robot Masters and the first of the Mega Man killers, Enker. Pretty crazy. Mega Man Dr. Wily's Revenge is an action and platform game that borrows many elements from the Nintendo Entertainment System Mega Man games. Yes, it does. And I will explain that in just a second as I show off the ice power-ups. Very useful ability to freeze enemies! Yes! Yes, please! I want more of that. I mean, you know, it just sort of crossed my mind, because I was thinking, you know, Fireman's weakness is Iceman's power-up, so why don't I just use Iceman's power around Fireman's level and see what happens? Yeah. And I ended up freezing enemies, so, you know, that works out. So, anywho's, moving on again with the reverse potaboos, eye guys, and of course, I believe there are some helicopter guys. I'll be popping them in a second. The game actually reuses Robot Masters from the NES versions of the Mega Man series. The initial 4 stages and bosses, Cutman, Iceman, Fireman, and Electman, come from the original Mega Man game on the NES. Once the player completes these stages and travels through some place that I'm not actually going to spoil because I don't really spoil I don't want to really spoil everything. But after that, there are actually another 4 Robot Masters that are taken from Mega Man 2, and each must be fought in order to progress. And yes, it is very, very awesome. I really do like the Mega Man games. I'm not really like a die-hard, hardcore Mega Man fan, but I do really like them. And these little flames sprouting up, these remind me of the torches in Super Mario Bros. 3 that come off the candles and come alive. Yeah, you know, Iceman's power-up, once again saving the day. It can freeze the torches. Go figure, you know. Ah, freeze this guy, oh god. I really don't like these guys that throw the little, you know, potaboos. I don't really know their names, so I'm just gonna call them potaboos. And you can't stop me from doing that. You know? You just can't stop me. I'm crazy. So yeah, really, it's very simple. The original NES Mega Man games had 8 Robot Masters, but because, you know, this is the Game Boy, and they sort of had to, shrink it down for the size of the Game Boy cartridge. There's only 8 in total. Well, wait a minute, I just said there was 8, like, in the game, and then there's 8. Well, there was 8 stages, but as you'll see, there's only actually, like, 4 Robot Master stages, but in the NES games, there's 8 Robot Master stages. There we go, that's the difference. Alrighty. So, here we go. I believe that this chute will shoot us right on over to Heatman. Yes, it will. Or, I'm sorry, Fireman, for God's sake. You know, there's so many different, like, fire-based Robot Masters, it's really, really easy to get confused with them. Oh, God! And this, indeed, is Fireman. He's not an actual fireman, he's just a Robot Master Fireman! Die! So, yeah, Iceman's power-up takes out about 20% of Fireman's HP every time you hit him, so he dies in about 5 hits. Which is very awesome, yes it is. And that, you know, I didn't really play up on this before, but that, my first thought when I saw that, it's just, that's freaky. Seeing, like, the inner workings of Mega Man. I don't want to see that. It's scary. Scare the children. So that's it for this part of the Mega Man Dr. Wily's Revenge playthrough. Join me in part 3 where we'll be taking out the 4th Robot Master, Cutman! See you all next time!